Prominent Gambian historian and Director General of the National Center for Arts and Culture, Hassoum Ceesay, has been elected an International Fellow of the British Academy, one of the highest international honors for scholars in the humanities and social sciences. In an exclusive interview with Mamna Buka, he spoke to him in what about the fellowship entails for him and for the Gambian. She now reports.
Established in 1902 with up to only 30 international fellows elected worldwide each year, the British Academy is a highly selective body comprising over 1,800 world-leading academics, recognized for their outstanding distinction and contributions in the field of humanities and social sciences, and functions as a major funding body for global academic research, public debate, and policy influence. Recognized and elected as a Fellow of the Academy on the basis of his work as a cultural administrator, museum curator, researcher, writer and advocate for humanities and social sciences, this honor places Gambian historian Hassoum Ceesay among an elite group of non-UK scholars who have attained exceptional international standing. Now draped with the responsibility to actively contribute to assessing research grant applications, shaping policy research and representing academic disciplines globally, Hassoum Ceesay shed light on how this fellowship will be used to elevate the Gambia.
I will use this, elevated, honor to really work on, promoting the study, and also the interpretation of history and culture. I think it's very, very important because when a citizen has historical consciousness, then that citizen will also be able to have what you can call patriotic zealings.
Ceesay's career as a dedicated civil servant and educator began in 1988, supported by an academic foundation with degrees from institutions across the Gambia, Canada, and Kenya, and worked as part of the Gambia Boundary Commission, chairman of the Gambia National Library Board, and vice president of Writers Association of the Gambia, a path which later led to his role at the National Center for Arts and Culture in 1999, where he currently serves as Director General and engages in the promotion, protection, and preservation of Gambia's history and cultural heritage. Additionally, beyond leading the Gambia's accession to major international heritage agreements, Ceesay has significantly shaped national policy and literary institutions, authored 8 books on Gambian history covering topics like the transatlantic slave trade and women's history, and published extensively in prestigious academic outlets including Oxford University Press and Enact Africa. Hassoum Ceesay, citing his impressive background and acknowledging the lack of historians in the Gambia, shared what he will be doing to push more young people to look into it as a Fellow of the Academy.
What I've told the young people, and they tell me that sometimes it's difficult to get scholarship to major in history. So I want to make a personal appeal for more scholarships for young Gambians to major in history at the bachelor's, master's, and PhD level. It's very, very important. We need historians. The history of this country needs to be interpreted. It is for our own good. It strengthens us as a country.
When asked about the impact he hopes to achieve years from now, Ceesay touched on his upcoming works.
As we speak, I have just completed a massive project. It's called The Shortest History of Africa. I'm also working on the Ghana Boys. I'm also working on the Charo 1944, a massacre of African soldiers in Senegal by the French. And I am giving a Gambian angle to the massacre. So those in a year or two, those are some of the things. And of course, I'll continue to be a strong member of the academy. With all the research and the scholarship.
Here are Hassoum's concluding remarks assuring the public of his dedication to advancing his work through his fellowship.
Well, we'll continue to interpret, promote, and protect Gambian history, culture, and heritage. And we'll continue to do this with earnestness and utmost zeal.
With this distinguished appointment, Hassoum Ceesay not only cements his legacy as a custodian of Gambian history, but also opens new global pathways for the nation's cultural heritage and should serve as an inspiration to future scholars. Mamna Buka, reporting for QTV News.